Hi, everyone. Welcome to December 2025. Can you believe this year's almost over? But before it is, we have one last message from the animals, helping us move through the year's theme of faith. For this month, the animals' message for December is be the light. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're heading into the darkest weeks of the year. And every December, our animals show us something essential. They already see our light. Even when we've dimmed it, hidden it, or learned to stop trusting it, this month is an invitation to turn that light back up. Our animals aren't asking us to be perfect. They're not asking us to suddenly fix ourselves or become endlessly optimistic. What they are asking is much simpler and much more powerful. Let your inner light, your intuition, your truth, your soul shine just 1% brighter. Because when we do that, everything shifts. December also brings the winter solstice, which is my favorite day of the year, because this is the moment when the light slowly begins to return. And the animals are using that timing to show us something beautiful. We don't usher the light back alone. They bring their light to help brighten ours. They are true partners in this journey, true coaches, carriers of unconditional love. They hold the flashlight steady while we find our way. And this month, there's a finer thread woven through their message, forgiveness. Forgiving ourselves for the false narratives we've carried, for the beliefs that dimmed our brightness, for the choices we made when we were scared, for the moments of guilt we didn't know how to release, for the anger we still hold towards others or towards someone who has passed away. Forgiveness isn't about letting anyone off the hook. It's about turning the dimmer switch back toward light. And this brings us into the theme of 2025, faith. Remember how we've been following this theme all year? With every message for every month, the animals have been helping us build and or step into our faith, and not religious faith, not blind faith, but the kind of faith that says the universe has your back. Your animal is with you here and in spirit. And most of all, you can trust yourself. As some of you may know, I love reading texts from the mystics. And what's so amazing is whenever I'm stuck in a rut or I'm leaning into my negative belief for some reason or another, a message from them seems to find its way to me. And recently, as I was working on this month's message, I found this from Thomas Burton, who said, quote, faith must be deep enough to subsist when we are weak, when our self-respect is gone. Doesn't that feel so supportive? This is why the animals have faith in us, why they love us unconditionally. They want us to have faith even when we feel so dark. Remember, they see our light and work to reflect it back to us. Another mystic, one that's still alive, is Matthew Fox, who reminds us that, quote, darkness is divine also, unquote. Faith doesn't bypass darkness, it shines within it, just like our animals do. For many of you who have had sessions with me, you'll hear the animals and the guides from time to time bring up Father Richard Rohr, another living mystic. He talks about, and I'm paraphrasing here, how the spiritual path is often, quote, 2 steps forwards and 1 step back. And he clarifies that the 1 step back is never failure. It's a space for reflection, for integration. It's where we can store the wisdom we gained and used it as we move forward. I mean, think of it as a squirrel gathering nuts. They're tucking tidbits away for when it's really needed. So the call to action for December is this. As we close the year, take 1 step back intentionally. We've been resting this month, right? So here we go, intentionally into the light. Use it to reflect on what your animals have taught you in 2025 about your light, about your intuition, your truth, your faith even. And then step forward into 2026, shining just a bit brighter, just that 1%. Your light is ready, and the return of the light, literally and spiritually, is already underway. All right, everyone, that's the message for December. I just wanted to get all that out there and then just kind of let you know that there's a couple of events that we've got this month. Carrie, Kenny, and I are doing our monthly Pet Loss Grief Circle on December 21st, the solstice, from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern. So it will be a very special, they're always special, but with the solstice, I have a feeling it's going to be even more so. And as of right now, I will be available for sessions between the holidays. Typically in the past, I have closed that week off. But this year, I feel called to stay open and be here for anybody who's experiencing grief or just needing some additional support or wants to connect with their animal. So please know that there was availability during that time frame if I can help you in any way. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I also want to say, if you have requests for webinars or anything that I can do to further support you, particularly my fabulous paid subscribers, please let me know. I would love to hear your suggestions and input as I try to figure out what all I want to be able to bring to everybody in 2026. So thank you all so much for being here with me, with the animals, for all of 2025 in this year of faith, and particularly in this message for December of being the light. I cannot wait to hear how things shine a little brighter for you this month. Take really good care.